What's up, mobile gamers? It's Dronzergigs back with another T3 video, and we've actually got a buff for you today. Fort got a change where he has now 5 shots per every time you hit the button, or per trigger pull, or however you want to say it. So 5 shots for each time he fires his gun, and now 25 bullets. So from, I think it was 20 or something to 25, which is nice. So he has more bullets, right, and more shots. So I actually wanted to give him a try, especially against Ono. This will be perfect. I wanted to give him a try to see if the buff is good, and also I wanted to do so before I get his second ult. I'm not necessarily close. I wish I was a lot closer, especially from like where I want to be. But we're gonna try it out. I am liking it so far. Obviously, our team is like super good right now. And then that one I just didn't hit the button for some reason. There we go. Okay, that's why. My phone's being a little weird. It's lagging a little. But anyway, so far I'm really liking it. He feels way better now. Not that he necessarily felt bad before. And good on the Ono's doing really good putting his shield on his damage dealers and his flankers. Yeah, we're dead here. We're going to try to play the health pack. We're not going to be able to. Yeah, they've got a lot of damage dealers. They're running a Neon, which is better than Chemist. And, you know, Diggy trades off, Judix kind of trades off with Skady, and then they have an Osas. And all we have is a Mark who just keeps dying. So, not to mention, we've got a lot of our teammates are dead right now. And it would help if I could hit my shots too. That's always a bonus. Tried to play... Well, I don't know why... Stop looking up. I don't know why I did that. I must have something on my screen or something like that that's messing up my touchscreen. But we don't have our healer. And now she changed to Aletta, who is way worse than Diggy. We're just gonna hit that. We're dead here, unfortunately. They have way too many damage dealers for me to be doing this. I love the buff. Like, it's definitely making me more confident in Fort's ability to deal damage and get kills. But when I'm looking at the battlefield right now, I mean, we're outclassed in general. And then you bring out Gatlin, like, what are you doing, man? And then, of course, Chemist. I mean, we'll just showcase the buff, because they're going to win anyway. Our team's really, really bad. Yeah, I even could have got the Diggy if the Neon didn't show up. I would have got the Diggy.
Your opponents are taking the objective.
So yeah, I think that the buff's really good. We'll probably jump into another match real quick once this one is over, because we're just way outclassed right now. Yeah, I don't think we get there in time. We're gonna try.
Overtime.
Like, you can see that she has to leave the area because she will die. And honestly, if he didn't have a full team with him, I would have beat him. Like, Ono one-on-one is not winning against Fort. Unless he doesn't have any of his abilities and he's missing his shots. We still got SVP, obviously. Yeah, only 2 kills. I can't imagine what it's going to be like when I face a team who's not just insane. Alright, you guys. We got defense, which is pretty good. And they're running Victor, which is awesome. So, I don't necessarily... He's probably better than Victor from an objective standpoint. But I personally like Victor more than Fort. I think Victor's a little bit more my playstyle. But with the buff, we're definitely going to see.
Escalation authorized.
I know a lot of people are like, oh, only one bullet per shot was added. That's not too bad. But it's exactly what he needed. He was really lacking in damage, and they couldn't just revert him back to before he had that nerf. So basically what you're going to see is we're just going to cover this point pretty much. Expect them to flank. Yep, especially with a Hualing, they're going to be flanking hardcore. Yep, they already flanked with literally 3 people. So I don't know if we're going to be able to... Oh, I got stuck on the wall, okay. Okay, we need to focus on their Victor. So we're straight up just going to rush him. And as long as we can get him, I don't mind dying. Yeah, especially with, what, 4 other damage dealers, and Judix and Hualing are almost capable of one-shotting me if they hit me at the same time, because one Judix headshot and one Hualing headshot will equal his health, if that makes any sense. So, very unfortunate that our damage dealers are not doing very, very good. But we are going to just go ahead and... Okay, I thought they'd be on the payload, never mind. And what I like doing with Fort is, especially if they just run at you, is setting up the shield next to the payload where you're not like right on top of it. Because what a lot of people will do is they'll do this and like, oh, we're gonna die. Whoops. I should probably pay attention in the match a little bit, right? But make sure you're paying attention. That's a bad spot for the shield. Grab some shield from the Sindri. I can hear him. There you go. It's in the corner. And that is the only downside. Is if you don't have a healer as a tank, you're probably screwed. But not only do we have a healer, we have Fort, which is probably one of the only tanks who I think can actually do well without a healer. And if you guys didn't know, it does have AoE. We're gonna die actually because I was trying to show it off. But it does have AoE. You saw I was hitting the, I don't know, the window sill or whatever you want to call it. And when you do that, it has a small bit of AoE where you can hit next to them and then hit directly on them and it'll still do damage. So really nice. It's not necessarily the best thing ever. Like there's a lot of other AoE abilities that I think are
Feel the gravity.
a little bit better. So you can see I basically shot at my feet in order to stop her because I knew she was going to shoot directly at me and try to get her ability on. And now we got the Sindri, so we're just gonna basically kill this Victor real quick. Poor Victor. I'm sorry, my guy. Your team's just not with you. Ooh, that was a nice little bit from the hunter. We're gonna kill him real quick, unfortunately. Sorry, my guy. It does suck when you no-diff a team like this, but if you're comparing it to the other game, where we basically won really fast, or lost really fast, and then this one, we won really fast. And honestly, I think it's Fort. Like, you're seeing that small bit of damage from our damage dealers, or healing from the healers. Like, just that little bit puts him over the edge to where you can really save a game with that 5th shot, because he does way more damage, and he actually has an incentive to stay in the field a little bit more. Whereas before, I would say you need to keep your distance with Fort a little more. But with the 5th shot, it means that you can turn with that 5th shot and hit it, or you can use it to close the distance. So I really like it. I am very, very excited to see how the second ult plays out. I'm still grinding it. Obviously, you guys saw the hero road here. I'm still grinding it. It's gonna, I mean, another 50 wins is gonna take me a while, so probably next week if I can get everything balanced out. So let me know what you guys think about the buff. You know, he did get that extra shot, and now he does more damage as a unit. So I think it's really good, and I want to hear you guys' thoughts on it and where he ranks, because I do think you still have that stun on Ruby, which honestly is one of the best abilities in the game. So I can totally see how he'd be a toss-up between Ruby if his second ult is really that good, because his first ult kind of meh, but I think as long as it's average with this buff, I think he is in a really good spot now. So that's the video for you guys. We'll see ya in the next one.